THABO, KOPELE.
My name is KOPELE. I'm the head designer and founder of KOPELE. Today I'm showcasing for SA Fashion Week. This is my first runway show with SA Fashion Week. It's called By Courage and Faith, and it's an 8-look menswear collection. The name of the show is called By Courage and Faith. That's the name of the collection, and that was the motto of the primary school that I was in. And the inspiration is that I want to continue in fashion, be it in South Africa or be it abroad, using the same principles and values that I'd learned there. I'm really hoping to broaden my markets further into going into other markets abroad, like in Europe, getting my things in stores in New York, and probably even strengthening my position in the fashion industry of South Africa. It's skating, and so I've always had my own sentimental values with Vans. I've always found the shoes comfortable. I've always found that I could do absolutely almost anything with the shoes. They grip very well, and they work with a lot of my outfits. At least the color choices that I pick work well with the outfits that I want to achieve. And so early last year, I made a slip-on rendition of a summer shoe not with Vans, but with an old pair of my Vans. And then from there, I sent it to the brand. They were very happy. At that time, it was still a very rough idea. It hadn't been idealized or really realized in the way that I'd want it to be. And so approaching them this time around was a lot easier because they had already known me, they'd known my experimental work, and that's basically where it has started. And I'm very happy that the team that had helped me get in touch with Vans from the brand were able to understand my vision. I didn't have to over-explain myself. They immediately understood what it is that I wanted to achieve with them along with the brand, and I'm very happy that we are all working together to see what the future would hold for both myself and the brand. My fashion background starts from the Val. It starts from my family, along with my close friends. We've always been interested in all kinds of fashion. I think I've been the more adventurous person, starting with streetwear, skating, and then further on coming to study fashion in Johannesburg at Lysoff. I then adopted the minimal aesthetic that I'm trying to perfect every single time I make a collection. The ideal customer experience is you finding out that beauty is always starts from the inside. The customer enjoying how well the garment is constructed from the inside going outwards. There's always a deeper message in my clothing, and that's some of the messaging that I'd love the clients to understand. On top of that, there's always an art element. There's a structural element of architecture. There's a structural element of contemporary modernism in every single collection that I would release, and it's up to the client for them to reinterpret it their own way. Like I said, the clients should always have their own story more than I would have mine. I'd have mine having made the clothing and having my tangible story, but then from there they reinterpret it in their own way, much like an artist can have painting on the wall, and then the buyer of the painting, or the admirer or the enthusiast of the painting, could reinterpret the painting in a completely different way. But at that point, the artist had already put themselves or their stories on the canvas, and my canvas right now is the human form in being clothed in fabric.